Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another episode of Fidget Spinner Shangwan Tao. I am your host, Wanda Johnson. My sister Moxie has been attempting a takeover of my fidget spinner channel, and she has been knocking them out like crazy. Well, I've been busy, but now I'm back. So, as a way of saying hello again, I'm going to look at one of these, one of my favorite fidget spinners, just by the looks of it, and this is it. What in the world? Now, I can't remember offhand what the name of this fidget spinner is, or the maker. So I will put all that information right here. Isn't that wonderful to get information? Okay, so as you can see, this is made of Superconductor. Just in case you don't know, Superconductor is made of rods of niobium. Here, let's do a close-up. Rods of niobium, that's that silver stuff, in a matrix of copper, that's the red stuff. And it's called superconductor because it's used in long rods to be superconductors. Superconductor, if you lower the temperature to 8 gajillion negative Kelvin, it can transmit electricity with zero or close to zero resistance. So it's very efficient. And because it looks so cool, people make stuff out of it. And it is also very expensive. I have no idea how this is obtained. I don't think this stuff is made specifically for making decorative items. From what I understand, it is made for industry, like medical equipment and nuclear and aerospace and stuff like that. So I'm thinking it's probably hard to obtain and very expensive to obtain. Anyway, this thing is made of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 separate pieces of superconductor. And as you can tell, but when I'm messing around here, I wanted to make a big reveal, but I couldn't help myself. When you spin it really hard, these spring out. And you can see the magnets there, bring it back in. So if you spin it hard enough, the centrifugal force overpowers the magnetic force, and these will jut out. And then as it slows down and the gyroscopic force lessens, then the magnets kick back in and bring it back in. So it's got a really neat sound quality to it, both when you flick it and then when it closes. And it also, the spin quality changes. So really nice. Really nice. Oh, this is just, I don't know if you can hear that, but there's no sound. It's so super smooth. Then if you flick it now here's the thing. These magnets are super strong. In fact, I think they're almost a bit too strong, because you really got to do a rip to get this thing to flare out. So let me see if I can do it. Oh, first try. Yeah, the gyroscopic action changes because it's suddenly a larger surface. And so it's, when you change the axis, the gyroscopic action is really multiplied. And then as you slow it down, okay, so it didn't actually flare out. So when you do it like this, Damn, yo. Okay, hold on. Hold on. There it is. So that's what it looks like when it flares out completely. And then as it slows down, oh, that's a pretty satisfying sound. But these are really strong, so you really gotta rip it hard. So, hold on. Nope. 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 Come on now. I mean, they're pretty strong. Or either that or I'm pretty weak. Oh. There it goes. Here it goes. It tends to sort of loosen up the more you try it. And then as it slows down, oh, come on, it didn't do it. Okay, hold on. Okay, you'll just have to trust me on this. I can do it. I just can't do it on camera on a command right this very moment. But it's very satisfying because once it kind of loosens up a bit, I don't know how to describe it other than that, it's much easier. And if, you're doing a full arm extension and you're kind of zap as you're doing it, it's much more apt to spread apart. This is it's made of superconductor. And yet, I mean, you might think something like this. I've seen much smaller, less complicated designs that are made of superconductor go for like $750. Like, have you ever seen the superconductor version of the iFidget and the Tri-Fidget by Venom ABC? Each of those was $750, and they were quite simply designed. This has so much to the design, all these different pieces, and yet it was like, I don't know, maybe like $350 or something like that. Still, I mean, in the realm of real people who aren't obsessed by this stuff, that's a lot of money. But in the realm of fidget spinners made of superconductor, man, that's quite reasonably priced. All right, so really easy to spin. Even if you can't get the thing to spread apart, it's still very pleasurable. I'm gonna try it one more time. Oh, nope. Nope. Okay, anyways, enough. Trust me on this. Maybe I'm just feeling weak. Okay, so I want to take this thing apart and show you what it looks like because it's really fascinating how it gets constructed. So here's the button. Again, solid superconductor. You got this little guy here with a grub screw. Okay. Okay. And then you can see here, it's sort of clamshelled together, top and the bottom here. I'm going to take this apart and I'll fast forward this so that you don't have to bear with me for the whole shebang. Okay, so like I said, the magnets are so strong that it's even hard to pull this thing apart. So, gotta kind of do it like this. The magnets are really strong. But what's nice is when you do finally get a really good rip, there's a sense of accomplishment. So this is one piece. See, it's like really strong, these magnets. So here's this piece, top piece. You can see the magnets that are part of the body. These are the tracks that guide these guys, see? Up polarity's room. So you see here, this track keeps it from flying out, and then the magnets pull back in. And I think if it just dealt with these magnets and this side didn't also have magnets, it'd be easier to flare out. But with this combo of, each arm has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 magnets working on it, I mean, it's pretty darn cool. Solid. Okay. And then get these guys. Again, solid superconductor. That's opposite. Oop. My bad. Yeah, that's a really solid hold. This is the other side. Bearing in this particular one is a shielded bearing, so it's nice and quiet. And it's held together clamshell style. Oops, only. He's so well designed. Okay, I will once again fast forward this part. Okay. And put this back here. Now, like I said, I'm not doing a very good job of showing the sling flare out just with flicking it. But even if you do it like this, dadgummit, it's still very satisfying because it'll spin forever. And then you can slow it. When it finally slows down, that's very satisfying. And like I said, when you finally do get it, there is quite a sense of accomplishment. You just got to give it a really good rip. All right, that's all I have to say about that. I got this on AliExpress. It comes in a bunch of different metals of different types, and this is like the highest end one. But it was, in the context of fidget spinners, very surprisingly reasonably priced. All right, that's all I have to say about that. Thank you very much, and good day.
ForInswork のニューアルバム、おー顔最高だよ。バンドキャンプでチェックしてみてください。タイトルは Heart